Some love stories are stranger than fiction, and Robert's was one of them. A sharp young man with a mind for business, Robert began his journey as a mere driver in a wild horse insurance firm. But Robert's ambition was far greater than his position. Every afternoon, when the CEO disappeared for lunch or a nap, Robert seized the chance. He would peel off the company's bold logo and stick on his own, Swift Taxi. Suddenly, the firm's car became a taxi, ferrying passengers across the city. Within just 2 hours, Robert earned good money. When the boss held secret bedroom meetings with staff, Robert was out there, building his small empire. Money flowed into his account like River Jordan. By the time he was fired, Robert had already registered Swift Taxi, owned 2 brand new cars, and walked away with a smile. His destiny was already unfolding. Robert's life took a sweeter turn when he met Stela, a youthful and innocent-looking girl who carried an air of mystery about her. She had resisted many men before, but Robert's charm broke her defenses. After a short, fiery courtship, they were married. That very night, Stela lay in his arms, surprised at how fast she had given in. "Robert, how did you get me to bed so quickly?" she whispered, half in disbelief. He laughed warmly. "You're my better half, Stela. Made from my rib. You are my Eve, and I am your Adam." Her heart melted. "I love you, Robert. You're my Adam. And I love you, Stela. Let's make love." When she shyly confessed her virginity, Robert's excitement deepened. He promised to be gentle, to take it slow. Stela smiled, finally surrendering. That night, love blossomed, or so Robert believed. It didn't take long before Robert realized beauty could be deceiving. Stela, though outwardly charming, was far from the wife he imagined. She was a poor cook, careless, and shockingly unhygienic. Her unwashed clothes, even her undergarments, would be left hanging carelessly around the house, even in the kitchen. To a man with big dreams, Stela was a bitter disappointment. One evening, Robert sighed heavily from the sitting room. "Stela, why do you cook so badly? And why don't you wash yourself properly? Didn't your mother teach you better?" "The money you give me isn't enough," she shot back, "and I hate water." Robert scowled. "Other women would do wonders with what I provide. Hating water as a woman is a disgrace." But Stela shrugged, unmoved. At last, Robert admitted to himself that Stela would never change. His eyes began to wander, searching for a new adventure, and perhaps a new woman. One hot afternoon, Robert sat at the taxi park beside his fellow driver, John. The sun burned overhead, but his heart burned with frustration. "John," Robert confessed, "my marriage is in trouble. My wife can't cook, she's dim-witted, and worst of all, she doesn't even wash. My bedroom smells like hell." John listened carefully, then nodded. "Robert, for a man to succeed in life, he needs a good wife. Some women bring only bad luck. No matter how much you try, they'll never change." Robert frowned. "So you're saying I married the wrong woman?" "Yes," John replied firmly. "And when you marry wrong, you have only 2 options. End it quickly or fight endlessly in misery. Don't let pride chain you to your mistake." Robert leaned back, exhaling deeply. "Then I'll marry another woman soon." John smiled knowingly. "Do it, my friend. Find yourself a better wife." Robert's chance came unexpectedly. One afternoon at the taxi park, a young woman approached his car. She was tall, petite, and strikingly beautiful. Anne, an officer with Air Communication Services. Her elegance and confidence radiated like city lights at night. "Hi, my name is Anne," she said with a smile that lingered in Robert's mind. "I'm Robert," he replied, equally charmed. "Pleasure meeting you." "My boss needs a ride to the airport. He's catching a flight to London." Robert's heart skipped. "Perfect. Please, get in. Take me to him." He laughed lightly, but inside, excitement swirled. As Anne slid gracefully into the back seat, Robert caught her reflection in the rearview mirror. She sat like an angel sent from heaven, her smile glowing. He smiled back, mesmerized. In that instant, Robert knew. This woman was different. She wasn't just a passenger. she could be the answer to his restless heart. Robert's lucky encounter with Anne opened bigger doors than he expected. After the airport drop-off, her boss grew impressed with his professionalism and the neat condition of his car. Days later, he called Robert aside. "Robert," the boss said, "my company is expanding across the country. We'll need reliable cars for hire. Can you handle that?" Robert's eyes lit up. "Yes, sir. I have many cars for hire. Consider it done." "Good," the boss nodded. "When I return from London, come to my office. We'll sign a contract. But remember, I want clean, dependable vehicles." "Of course, sir." "Thank you," Robert replied, beaming with joy. It was a turning point. What started as a casual meeting with Anne now paved the way for Robert's taxi business to soar. Behind his gratitude, though, his heart lingered on Anne, who unknowingly had become both his blessing and his temptation. True to his word, Robert expanded swiftly. He acquired 2 more brand new cars, and Swift Taxi transformed into one of the city's most trusted transport companies. His business acumen shone brightly, and he was no longer just another driver. He was now a man of stature. Behind this success was Anne, though she didn't even realize it. Meeting her had placed Robert in the right circles. She became more than just a passenger. She became his companion. Soon, Robert was driving Anne home, laughing with her, sharing stories, and eventually sharing her bed. Unlike Stela, Anne was everything Robert had ever wanted. She was clean, sharp, ambitious, and an excellent cook. More importantly, she matched his hunger for success. In the bedroom, too, she was passionate and full of life. For Robert, Anne wasn't just another woman. She was the woman, the kind who made him feel unstoppable. But success came with choices, and Robert made his without hesitation. One evening, he sat with Stella in their dimly lit living room. The air was thick, heavy with silence. "Stella," Robert said coldly, "I'm leaving you." For good, her eyes widened, tears streaming. "What have I done wrong, Robert? Tell me." "You are a bad wife," he snapped. "Why didn't you say that when we first met?" she cried. Robert's face hardened. "Back then, I knew little about you. Now I know enough. I can't stay." Her voice broke as she clutched their son. "What about our child? How will I care for him? I'll provide money, pay school fees. It's allowed by law, but I can't stay with you." "I hate you, Robert," Stella spat through her tears. "The feeling's mutual," he muttered. And with that, Robert packed his belongings and walked into Anne's waiting arms.